right, here we go. Finally got a chance to do this, almost 9:30. Out here in these streets right now, waiting for my lady in the store, but I got a chance to do this right now. So, Miami, Florida, here we go. Awesomeness is coming. So this was my first post on the Street Surfing NYC, August of 2023 while I was still in New York. I came to Florida in December of 2023, and January of 2024 I got injured with the broken leg, with the broken foot. So since then it's been on pause, but I was ready to go. I was just waiting for the weather to break in New York because this is Street Surfing NYC. But in a few months, in the middle of summer, I put together this site in preparation for coming back in the spring. So awesomeness is coming was the theme, right? And next we have, this is the vehicle that I built from the, sorry about that, a little busy out here. This is a vehicle I built from the non-motorized version of what's called a trike. And when I succeeded in building this, it took me like a year to do it properly and be able to be used commercially. It folds down, so I was able to ship it from Florida to New York and back and forth for a little amount of money once I take the battery off. So that was cool. I also had gotten the Insta360 version 2, which has the invisible selfie stick, so it looks like a drone following it. That will add to the bottom line of what we make per tour with video of the tour for the clients. So, what exactly is a tour? Let me go over here and bring up the websites and also the Facebook. So originally, I was part of the team at Hollywood Beach Trike, right? So Hollywood Beach Trike, and I did this for over 7 years. Hollywood Beach Trike, because that vehicle is called the Trike. They're still, so here we are, old pictures. We used to do trike tours. So we would go out with, 7 to as many as 9, sometimes, or 3 or 4. But people would book throughout the day, and we would also do rentals because we were able to use the trikes on the boardwalk. That got outlawed, and then we no longer were able to do it. These were actual electric versions that the company sold us for a decent price. They were going for about $2,600 retail. Now they only sell to, and I'll do that here by adding this here, and we'll go to trike.com. They only sell to institutions, and the price is $10,000. That's why there's a big opportunity for us to step in, because people don't even know about these, even though they've been going on for over 20 years. So whenever I bring them out, people are like, wow, what's that? And so they're only selling to police and, institutionalized security. And they're $10,000 a piece. They're super heavy duty now. They go 40 miles an hour. The old ones used to go 25. But I built some that go as fast as this, but I'm not trying to give that to customers. What we're trying to do is just give them a nice, controllable 25 max ride that we can keep them safe. The ride is incredible. The ability to maneuver on these because of the triangulation is patented. So what I'll do is go back to the Instagram and show you. Go back to the Instagram and show you, like I said, this video, which will give you the history. So let's listen up.
Hi, I'm John Simpson, president of Trike Tech, and thanks for ordering up our introductory DVD. I thought I'd bring you out here to our local park in Buellton, California, and introduce you to our line of products and tell you a little bit about our company. In 2000, after nearly 10 years of developing, prototyping, and messing around on these three-wheel carving vehicles, Trike Tech was founded to bring this product to the world. What's interesting is people ask, how is this developed? And it was really originally designed as something purely to bomb down hills on, something stable with three wheels that will stay on the ground and that can lean into the turn. So at speed, you can corner well, and then of course to have brakes to slow down, just in case you need to dump a little speed. You don't want it to be too out of control. And it was only later discovered at the bottom of the hill, if you kept turning, you would keep propelling. And from that came just a series of design changes and tweaks and calibrations and experimentation that led to the design you see here today, which you can propel it up hills, you can still bomb hills as well, but it's just a really fun, easy platform and new way to discover how to propel on pavement.
Right, so that gives you a little bit of an idea of how it was developed. They did eventually add the motors, and that's what the new version that they're selling to police is, the latest version of that, but they're 10,000 a piece. I've developed a front suspension for New York because of the bumps in the road in New York. It's not smooth like Florida out here. Hopefully you can hear me. I've got a headset on, but that was me developing that late 2023. And I had some of my guys, since I'm into fabricating cars and race cars, so we CNC computer designed those, and they work very well. They fit right on and replace and can mount a bigger motor. That motor right there allows me to build a version that goes 60 miles an hour off of that motor. Very powerful motor. But that's not for, and that motor right there is a 1,000-watt motor that limits it to 30 miles an hour. So I built two versions so that we can just snap them on and change them up for the instructors or for the clients, right? So that's already done and scienced out, working perfectly. All right, so this over here is a news clip of a review from a police.
These things have a lot of zip to them. That's something Madeline Schmidt. These things have...
All right, let me pause that for a second. So I'm gonna also play this. That's why I had asked you to go ahead and go through everything here, because it kind of set it up to explain the foundation and what's going on with these. But this is a news clip of where they are presently and who they're selling to and how they're being received by law enforcement, because nothing else can compete with it. Not the regular scooters you see in the street that are skateboards, straight line, not segways. Nothing can compete with that. And the police officer in this clip says that they tested everything against this and nothing messes with it. And that's a fact. Well, here we go. I'm not mad at them. You know, I'm not mad at the company. It's a good move because they'll sell multiple units at one time. The price point has been quadrupled, so they're getting more money from just giving them an upgraded battery and throwing lights on the basic unit. So I can't be mad at them. It's a great unit. It was underpriced initially. The fact that I can build them from frames that are non-powered is where our niche is. And the company knows me. We're authorized dealers for them for over 10 years, so they don't have a problem with me doing that. I'm not even trying to sell them. I'm just trying to do tours. And they were very, very, very big on tours and helping us do tours in the past. There were companies doing tours worldwide. It was never really promoted like it could have been in terms of a company that was, they were just selling them to everyone. And you were setting up tours in Budapest. Like if I go on YouTube and I pull up Trike Tours, there'll be old videos of, companies in Budapest, all over the world that were doing tours. Right now in this location of Miami, it would be excellent. Also in New York City. Like I said, the business plan is easy, $1,000 a day per location, doing just 3 2-hour tours, and it doesn't even take a full 2 hours. You could do an hour and a half, a little 15-minute introduction on how to ride them, because they're super easy to ride. As long as you can stand up, you can basically ride them. When they pull over and stop, that's why the cops love them, because they don't have to come off of them. They just self-balance, so they don't have to like use a scooter and jump off the scooter or whatever. They could just walk it, next to you if need be. You'll see when I come back to New York, I'll pull 2 of them out and we can test them, and you can get the gist of why they're so great. All right, let me see what else we got here.
Schmidt found out these things.
See what this one is. I think this was a full-blown,
This is the all-new Trike Police Restricted Interceptor. This has all-wheel hydraulic disc racing brakes.
Audio. Yeah, this is a video, a short clip of demonstrating the police version, the $10,000 version that they just talked about.
This is the all-new Trike Police Restricted Interceptor.
So backing up a little bit more.
You're gonna die and no one is gonna remember you.
Before I left, there's locations that I'll reveal afterwards where we can go, and there's no vehicles, no cars, and we can do great tours. This is one of the locations here off the West Side Highway. Very great roads, bike lanes, all away from the cars. This was me doing a little survey to see how I would have the trikes painted. This is actually a wrap, and this was well received to use this wrap on the trikes to help draw attention. Check it out.
Way off in the deep end like usual. Niggas swear they passed us, they doing too much. Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up. Virgil got a paddock on my wrist going nuts. Working on a
So, yeah, everything is pretty much set up for the marketing to go. I've got a marketing company to actually bring us more, but my own ideas of bringing in sales through, for example, I've been dealing with Airbnb since I'm down here, partnering up with a couple guys in the Wynwood area. I have some videos of how lit this area is. I don't have it on here. Oh, I can. So what you have is, let's see if we can find that. Airbnb experiences. So here, whatever you want to add, I already have an account. So we're gonna do Miami, and looking at that. Let's see, this weekend for 2 adults, and we can come right up as something for them to do at $60, $75 a person. And also I've got a couple of Airbnbs that are ready to advertise with me to their clientele. So that's one way of getting, but as soon as I start having some girls ride around on them in the neighborhood, that will also bring massive amounts of business on a daily. Whenever anybody tries them, like I said, they want to do it. 2-hour tour basically of hot spots in Miami, $60 on a coupon, $75 regular. 5 people at $60 is $300, right? We do 3 of them, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 in the evening. And we also hit them with the video so they can get a copy of the video for $25 or edited version that zooms in on them, that they can use a personalized version for like $75. So that would double what we made if everybody went for the video as well, which a lot of people will. Let's see what else I can give you here. Let me pause it for a sec. Almost 16 minutes just from doing those few things. So let's make this a part 1. And as you can see, even my Facebook had, from back in the days, a tour that I was doing with like 8 people. And we used to do these regularly, easily making close to $1,000 a day without even trying, because we were also renting bikes and trikes and everything else. As a matter of fact, I can also show you the longevity of this. My son is 25 years old. You haven't met him yet. He's out of town. Justice. But if I go to Justice's page and I look at his photos, Justice had come down when he was 13 years old, and I happened to have been doing a promotion at the time. And Justice, at 13, he's 26 now, 13 years ago, was involved with the promotion there with the trike and some electric bikes that I had built at the time. The Fat Tire, I was the first one to come with it down to Miami, and the store was right there on the boardwalk. So this is from back then, right, 2012. Right? So I've been in the game a long time. I know what to expect, and that is has always been the first thing I was going to bring back out. So on that note, we'll pause. Part 2 coming up, but let's talk about this first. Tiger, one heart.